Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing episode number 47 of I Build Your Teams, series where I build my viewer squads into the best teams possible for my team unlimited and or whatever else you might be playing. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, Vince Carter and Denny Avdia, the starting point guards for this first team today, comes in from I feel like I'm a butcher his name if I try to pronounce it, so I'm not going to. But VC, he pulled from the free 10 bucks, it looks like, I think, which is pretty insane. Congratulations. He also has, I mean, honestly, the point guards are good. Pippen, Tari Eason, I don't hate it, but I'll be totally honest. I feel like Josh Childress is just easily better than both those guys and is like 10K. No brainer pick up there. Get Josh Childress and then run whoever you prefer between Pippen and Eason off your bench. Larry Bird, I'm good with. Giannis and Tatum. He says Giannis is his favorite player, so he's keeping him. I think if that's the case, you should probably put Giannis at your backup 3 at this point and kind of just take Tatum out of the lineup, because you could slide Giannis to the 3, D-Rob to the 4, and just add a 5, whether that's Artis Gilmore, whether that's Mark Eaton, whether that's somebody cheaper, whether that's Donovan Klingen's Pink Diamond from the Glitch Festival, if you still have him. Like, you got Tari Eason, I would assume you probably got Klingen as well. I would just throw Klingen back out there and have Giannis at the 3, D-Rob at the 4, Klingen at the 5. If you didn't get Klingen, well, that's a missed opportunity, but you can throw somebody else in there instead. One of those like bigger dark matter bigs or something along those lines would be an option as well if you don't want to get like Artis or Eaton, but I would get Artis or Eaton personally. But I think after that, your team's pretty good, honestly. I mean, this is a good squad. I just feel like if you add one more guy with some size to your bench, you're in a pretty good spot, as well as Josh Childress, obviously. Second team today comes in from Fallen. He's got a lot of MT, 2.4 mil. He's got 40 Legend Weber and 40 Legend Wemby. Usually plays Duncan over Chet. If he needs size desperately, he'll run Chet. So he's got Timmy and Chet as options. Honestly, I look at this team, I feel like your shooting guard position is probably your weakest spot. And in all honesty, you have a lot of MT. 40 Legend Weber is a card who's likely going to drop in price here over the next few days, certainly the next few weeks, because of 100 overall toppers now being a thing on super packs. And I don't honestly love Weber that much. It's just me. If you love the card, feel free to keep him, but I would consider selling Weber and replacing him with somebody more affordable, whether that be a Dark Matter Beasley, a Dark Matter Vlad, somebody like that, even a free Galaxy Opal Tyrus Thomas for the time being, to wait until the small forward market shifts a little bit more. I think you got some options, but I would personally consider that to maximize the amount of MT you can get from that 40 Legend Weber right now while he still is holding as much value as possible. And then I do think realistically, a shooting guard upgrade would be nice, man. And you got the MT to make it happen. Like, obviously a super, I mean, let's be honest, a super soup to Josh Childress is probably better than both of your shooting guards right now, PG and Luka. If you want to spend a lot of MT and get a really good card who's maybe not as expensive as some of the other really good cards, a guy like Rudy Gay is definitely a good option. Still pretty darn expensive, but he's one of the cheapest invincibles, and he's also one of the better invincibles. So I think he'd be a great option if you wanted to get an expensive, really good invincible type card. And realistically, I mean, selling Weber would probably pretty much pay for Rudy Gay as well, so that could be nice. I don't know, kind of up to you what you want to do with this squad. You got a lot of MT and a good squad already. Anthony has 400k. He says he's stuck, he doesn't know what to do with his team. I'll tell you this, I would get rid of Ricochet. That I can pretty confidently tell you. I like having Beasley as a starter and Childress off the bench. That gives you a primary shot creator in both those lineups. J-Kid, I don't hate at this point. I don't like adore because of size, but if you like him, you like him. And he is a useful card. I'd sell Ricochet. I'd keep everything else probably from your 1s through 3s. Really, your 1 through 4s the same. I think I'd probably pick up a different big point guard. I don't know if you, I guess you probably don't have Josh Giddey from the previous festival, the Glitch Festival. I would get Giddey if you, I would have him if you do. Otherwise, Galaxy Opal Denny Avdia, throw him in there instead of Ricochet. He's going to be better than Ricochet is. And your 1 through 4s pretty much are good at that point. Your 5 position, you got D-Rob off the bench, he's unsellable, but Sar is sellable as a starter. And again, Glitch Festival, if you got Donovan Klingen, I don't see why you wouldn't be running him. He needs to be in here. He should be your starting center. He's your best center if you have him. If you don't have him, well, sell Alex Sar, go get Artis Gilmore. If you want to pay a little more for the better card, go get Mark Eaton. One of the two guys will make a big impact on your starting lineup, give you some more size and competitiveness interior wise than Sar does when it comes against a Wemby or somebody along those lines who's those glitchy giant centers. That's what I personally would do. I would add Denny Avdia instead of Ricochet if you don't have Giddey, which I assume you don't. And then I would add Mark Eaton or Artis Gilmore instead of Alex Sar, assuming you don't have Donovan Klingen. But if you have Klingen, throw him in there instead and and just sell SAR to make the MT. Next squad is from JMS. He's got a ton of MT. Doesn't have a ridiculous team, but he's got 4.8 million MT. Pretty much a full unsellable lineup, which here's the thing. I support the full unsellable. I like the grind. I respect it. I'm impressed by how much MT you have, and I'm assuming he's probably a close to no money spent player, considering he only has a few sellable 100 overalls, or sorry, a few unsellable 100 overalls. This looks like a likely low money spent, maybe even no money spent account, and a very well executed one in that he has a lot of MT. That being said, we are in endgame. Spend some of that MT, bro. You can spend 2, even 3 million MT upgrading the squad and still have MT flexibility back. And I just think this team could use the upgrades. You know what I mean? Cade and Luka are good point guards, but if you wanted to add another one, you got the MT to go out and do that if you want. You know what I mean? And honestly, point guard position might not even really be a priority. Like, I think I'd be fine with leaving those guys as it is. Shooting guard position, I'm in Thompson. He's good. I would rather just honestly do one of a couple things. You have an unsellable PG, unsellable Kawhi, and unsellable man. I feel like you could pick one of those three, probably Paul George, to just be your backup too. Have Larry and Paul George as your twos. And then get some new small forwards because you have the MT to do it. Maybe you just get Josh Childress instead, because Josh Childress, I personally think for his scoring ability is better than Amin and Kawhi. You get a badge Josh Childress right here. You leave Paul George. You just add him in small forward. Maybe you get Josh Childress and Vladrad to replace these two unsellables. Gives you more size and more scoring ability for sure for your lineup. So you could do that. Tim Duncan and Willis Reed, very, very solid. I don't think you really need to touch that, but Gobert and Dwight, I'd absolutely touch. Dikembe Mutombo, Mark Eaton. Feels like a very easy set of upgrades right there. Add those two guys, maybe even Dikembe Mutombo and Wemby. Maybe if you want to go huge, you go Dikembe, Wemby, Tim Duncan, and Eaton, and you buy all three of those guys. You just replace all of your bigs except for Tim Duncan. You got the MT to do it either way. I would make sure to go out and make a few upgrades, really upgrade this squad, because a couple small changes are going to make a big difference, I believe, with a team like this, especially when it comes to your bigs. But I'd consider Josh Childress and Vladrad as well as your shooting guard small forward options. Kryptonian Fam Club. He's got 520K, 120K VC from playing Rec and Pro Pass. He pulled Invincible Deep Hook from his Splash Zone box as well. This dude pulled Vince. This dude pulled Book, so congratulations, y'all. Well, his point guards aren't bad. He also sent me a picture of his last three. He's got Giddey as well. So I feel like between Booker, Caruso, Lonzo, Giddey, you're set. I'd run Booker and Giddey personally. Peja, Josh Smith, Tim Duncan, and Eaton, honestly, is a pretty good starting lineup. Off the bench, I don't love it as much because maybe you have Giddey, your backup point guard, but then it's Caruso, MPJ, Bam, Klingon, / Dwight Howard, Jaden McDaniels are options. I think Dwight's probably overall a little better than Bam, although Bam does have a much better jumper. Klingon's great. It's the 2 through 4, though, that I'm a little concerned about. I think you can be fine with Dwight / Bam at your backup 4. Backup 3, MPJ and Jaden McDaniels. Honestly, I think you're kind of okay there too. I don't see why in a million years Josh Childress would ever not be your probably starting shooting guard, in all honesty, for this team. Definitely backup shooting guard. Maybe since you need the scoring, he comes off the bench. He's way better than all the shooting guards you're using. Josh Childress slides in right here. Giddey's right there. You got Giddey, Childress. And then maybe you go out and even get like you could run Jaden McDaniels here. You could go out and add another small forward, a Luol Deng, Andre Karolinko, a free Tyrese Thomas from the festival. Somebody along those lines. Just go make another move. You know what I mean? I think one small forward here, really even just free Tyrese Thomas, running Jaden McDaniels, something like that would be an option. But Josh Childress right here for sure. You could upgrade Dwight / Bam if you wanted to, but I don't think you need to. Plus you're level 30. You're level 33. You could literally just run Willis Reed here as well. He's probably better than both Bam and Dwight. I would just do that. Get Willis. And then the final team today comes in from CJ. He's got 2.2 mil, 100 Clay and AD. He's got Giddey in his 11th man, as well as Clay and AD, obviously, in those last three. Likes to primarily drive and kick. I look at this team. I mean, I get Magic's size is valuable, but at this point, I think Shea's definitely better. Even if you like to drive and kick. You got Rudy, you got Dr. J, you got Bird and Larry. Rudy's sellable. And you said you have Clay in your final 3? I'd low-key make the MT, even with 2.2 mil. I think I'd do it because I feel like 2.2 mil isn't that insane. And this team's really good. This is a team where you go out, you sell Rudy Gay, you throw Clay in here, even freaking again, I keep saying him, he's that good. He's the best pink diamond card in the game. Josh Childress. You want to throw him in there if you want scoring ability, you could do that. But I would start Dr. J and Larry. Tim Duncan and Eaton is great. Ben Wallace and Klingon is fine. Paul George is great here. And then Clay, Childress, whoever works there. Shea is awesome. I might replace Magic though. He's the one guy who I'd be like, at this point, maybe you really like the Garland, but I feel like Denny Avdia is a lot better and pretty affordable. I think to me, that's kind of the guy I personally would be targeting to be Denny Avdia, but I also think it's kind of up to you, depending on what you're looking to do at your point guard spot. Could also just, I guess, stick with Magic and save for now. And you said you have Giddy as well. Just run Giddy. You can just run Giddy. He's better than Magic too, in my opinion. If you don't like Magic, though, it's up to you at the end of the day. Do you? This is a good looking squad. I would sell Rudy Gay, though. That is for sure. I would probably recommend doing that. Just, I think the MT that you'll get from him, as good as he is probably worth having right now, considering you have other good tactical downgrade options in Clay, and then obviously the 7K Childress, who literally damn near should be on every team. So with that being said, that is going to do it for today's video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.